Hi everyone, I am from Global Institute of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. I'm Neeraj Goyal. I have done my MTech from IIT Dhanbad and my PhD from IIT Jodhpur. Today in the class, I'm going to teach you area and perimeter of different geometrical shapes for class 8 standard mathematics. So firstly, coming to the squares and rectangles, how we will calculate the area of squares and rectangles. Let me firstly tell you what is the area. What do we mean by area? So if suppose you have a sheet of paper and you have to color it, you have to color it. Then probably you will color it like this. Then the amount of color required to color this paper is simply the area of this paper. Or suppose you have a grass field. In the center of this field, a cow is tied with the help of a rope. Then the cow will move like this in a circular shape, and it will eat the grass of this circle. So the grass eaten by the cow is simply the area of the circle. Okay. Now I will tell you this the area of different geometrical shapes. Area of a square. What do you mean by square? Square is simply a four-sided quadrilateral which have each side of equal length and each angle is 90 degree. So in order to calculate the area of a square, you have to multiply one side with the other side. As in this example, I have taken 6 as one side and 6 is also, another side is also 6 because it's a square. So area will be 6 into 6, it is 36 square. Similarly, in order to calculate the area of a rectangle is defined by two dimensions, length and width. So in order to calculate area, we have to multiply this length by this width. So in example, if length is 12 and width is 5, then area will be 12 into 5, which is 60 square units. These both are same. Just you have to multiply one side by the other, one side by the other. Just the properties of square and rectangles are different little bit. Okay. Now coming to the circle. Circle is basically defined by the radius r. If you will change the radius, accordingly your circle will change. If you will increase the radius, your circle will increase. If you will decrease the radius, your circle will decrease. Accordingly, your area will increase or decrease. Area can be calculated by pi r square, where pi is a constant. And in earlier classes, you have studied the value of pi. It is 3.14, or you can say either 22 by 7. If you calculate 22 by 7, then it will result in 3.14. Okay, so you know the area of this circle by knowing the pi and radius. So how it goes, I will demonstrate you with the help of example. If suppose in my example I have taken 9 centimeter as the radius of this circle, so area will be pi 9 square. 9 square is 81 pi square centimeter. Okay. But in some cases you have to calculate area of a sector. If suppose you do not need to calculate the area of a whole circle, you need to only calculate the area of this sector. Then how you will calculate? You have to firstly see what is the angle of this sector. Then this is the angle which you will put here, or 360. 360 is the total angle. This is 360 into pi r square. Okay, and if you will calculate the area of the total circle by this formula, then arc you will in the arc you will put the angle made by the whole circle, as 360 is the total angle made by the whole circle. So you will say 360 by 360 into pi r square. So 360 will cancel out. Eventually you will get the pi r square, which is same as this result. Okay. So now we will take the example of how to calculate the sector area. Example is this is sector which is making 120 degree angle So we have to put 120 by 360 into pi, and radius is again 9 centimeter. So we will get 27 pi square centimeter. This is the area of a sector. Now coming to the triangles and trapezoids. Triangles can be classified as isosceles, equilateral, right angled, or some more shapes. So in this we have taken some triangles. This is right angle triangle. This is again a isosceles triangle. So right area of a triangle is 1 by 2 base into height. This is your base and this is your height. In this case also, this is your base and this is your height. You will get area of a triangle. So area of a trapezoid. What is trapezoid? Trapezoid is a structure which is having two parallel sides and the remaining are unparalleled. Means these are not parallel. In order to calculate the area of this structure, you have to you have the formula 1 by 2 into height. Height is the distance between two parallel sides. B1 and B2 are two parallel sides. The distance between them you have to put here, and you will multiply it by sum of the parallel distances. This is B1, this is B2. You will put B1 plus B2. These are parallel sides, not the unparalleled one. So I will give you an example how you will calculate. If suppose this is 6 and this is 7, means the base is 6 and height is 7 for this triangle, then you will calculate the area of triangle by this 1 by 2 into base into height. So you will get 21 square units. In order to calculate the area of a trapezium, this distance between two parallel sides is 8. So you will put 8 here, and B1 plus B2. This is 6 and this is 12. So 6 plus 12, 18 into 8 into 1 by 2. You will get 72 square units of area for this trapezoid structure. Now coming to the parallelograms and rhombus. For calculating the area of a parallelogram, you have to multiply this base with the height. Suppose the base is 9 centimeter and this height is 6 centimeter, then your area will be 56 square units. And what is parallelogram? Probably you will know. Parallelogram is a structure in which the opposite sides are parallel and equal to each other. Okay. In case of rhombus, the sides are not necessarily parallel, but all the sides are of having same length. So the area of a rhombus is 1 by 2 into diagonal 1 and diagonal 2. This D1 and D2 represents the diagonal 1 and diagonal 2. So if my diagonal is 8 and 10, then I will get the area 1 by 2, 8 into 10, which is 40 square units. Although some more methods you can use in order to calculate the area. How you will calculate? Suppose these are two triangles, as you can see from here. This is one triangle and this is another triangle. Suppose you don't know how to calculate the area of rhombus, then you will break it into two triangles, and you have known the area of a triangle 1 by 2 base into height. By applying the same formula, you can calculate this and you can calculate this separately. And by adding each of these, you will get the same result, means the area of your rhombus. Okay. So just you have to break your image in such a manner that you can calculate the area of small figures. And eventually by joining them, you will get the area of the whole figure. Now suppose this is a composite structure and we have to calculate the area of whole structure. So you have to break it in small figures for which you have already known the area. This is a triangle. This is, and you know the formula for the triangle 1 by 2. This is base, this is height, you will get 40. This is a rectangle, you will know the formula. Base length to width, length is 12 and width is 10. You will get the area of this figure. This is again a rectangle for which you will get 4 into 8, because this is 8, so this will also be 8. Now this is fourth one is also a rectangle, and this is 14 into 8. This is 112. So by adding all these four areas, you will eventually get the area of the total figure. You will get the area of your total figure. 40 plus 120 plus 32 plus 112. This is 304 square units. Okay. You will get the area of this whole composite figures. So similarly, if you have some complex figures, you have to break it in small parts. Such as you have this figure, you have to break it in small figures. by drawing lines. This you will draw a line. This will be a rectangle. Again, you will draw a line, and this will result in another rectangle. So there are three rectangles which you will get, and calculating the area of these three rectangles, you will get the area of each figure, and by adding them together, you will get area of the composite figure. So this area will be 7 into 4, which is 28 centimeters square for this rectangle, and this will be a square. Area will be 16 centimeters square for this square, and this is again a rectangle, and area will be 3 into 7, which is 21 centimeters square. Okay, so by adding area of these units, you will get total area, which is 65 centimeters square. But as I have already earlier told you, that there is not only this unique method by which you can calculate the area. There are some more methods. Means just you have to visualize the image, the structure, geometrical structure. So is there any other method in your way? Yes, of course there is another method. What is that? If suppose you will put a line here, then this will complete, this complete will be a rectangle for which you know the you can calculate the area by 11 into 7, 77 square centimeter, and this is again a rectangle. You can calculate the area 4 into 3, which is 12 centimeters square, and from this you will construct this, you will get area of this figure. So how it goes, I will tell you. You have drawn this line. Now you know the area of this whole figure, whole structure. What is the area? Area will be 7 into 11, which is 77 centimeters square. You know the area of this rectangle, which is white. What is the area? Area will be 3 into 4, 12 centimeters square. And if you will decrease from, if you will subtract from 77 minus 12, you will get area of your structure. Okay. So this is not the only way to calculate the area. You can calculate the area of a figure by several ways. Suppose this is another joint structure for which you have to calculate the area. How you will calculate the area? Again, you will break it in small figures for which you already know the area. How you will break it? You will put some lines. You have drawn the lines and separated the structures. These are three structures. This is semicircle, this is rectangle, and this is triangle. For semicircle, you know the area. No, you know the area of the full circle. So for calculating the area of a semicircle, you will divide it by 2. How? I will tell you. This is the area of a semicircle, area of a rectangle, and area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. By summing all the three areas, you will get your result. So just a minute, it is moving. Okay, fine. It's the area of your semicircle, as 1 by pi r square is the area of your total circle. But if you will divide it by 2, 1 by 2, then you will get area of the semicircle. Okay. Now, in order to calculate the area, you know the base and height. This is means this is the length and this is the width. So by putting the value of your length and width, you will calculate the area of this rectangle, which is 14 into 6. And in order to calculate this rectangle, this triangle, the formula is 1 by 2 base into height. By putting the value in this, you will eventually get your result, means the area of this rectangle also. What is the value of this rectangular, this triangular area? You will calculate if this is 6 yard, this will be also 6 yard. And by putting the value 1 by 2 into base into height, you will get 24 square yards. If you will sum all these, you will eventually get your result, what will be the area of your composite figure. Okay. So in the next example, we will see some more tips. Now coming to the perimeter, you have till now calculated the area, you have not touched the perimeter. So how you will calculate the perimeter? What do you mean by perimeter first? So perimeter is if you have to put a fence across a field, then the length of this fence is your perimeter. Or in more simple terms, if suppose this is your drawing sheet, you have to do a calligraphy on this drawing sheet, then you will put a border across it. Then the length of your border is simply the perimeter of your structure. Or in order to calculate perimeter of any geometrical shape, you will start moving from one point to another along the structure of the shape, from here to here, again from here to here, again from here to here in a semicircular shape, and here to here, and come to the same point from where you have started. By summing all these distances, you will get the perimeter of your structure. In any structure, you can calculate the perimeter in such manner, in this way. Okay. So for circular shape, your perimeter is 2 pi r, and as this is half circle, so you will divide it by 2. 2 will to cancel out. So for this circular shape, your perimeter will be simply pi r. Not 2 and 2 cancel out, pi r. It will mean pi r. Okay. How you will calculate in this case? Now this is 7 centimeter. This is 5 centimeter. You will add 5 plus 7. This is 4 centimeter. You will add this 4 centimeter. But you don't know this distance. So how you will calculate? You will draw a parallel lines. This will come out to be 7 centimeter because this is a rectangular shape. So opposite sides must be equal. So this should also be 7, but you don't know this distance. Again, you will use the same formula which I have earlier told you. Means 2 pi r by 2 means pi r. And circumference is also called perimeter. Means both the things are same. If you have to calculate either some circumference or this perimeter, you have to use the same method, same methodology. See, C is the perimeter of your whole circle, complete circle, which is 2 pi r. But in this case, this is only half circle, so this will be 2 pi r by 2, and 2r represents your diameter. Diameter is 2 times of your radius. So in this case, we have been given the diameter. In order to calculate the radius, we will divide it by 2. So 1 by 2 pi into diameter, where diameter is this and this is 3 centimeter. So we can calculate this distance. We say 4.71, and now we will add 4.71 in this total perimeter so that we can get the perimeter of our composite structure. The total perimeter comes out to be 27.71 centimeter. Now, if we want to calculate the perimeter of this structure, then how it will go? I will start from this point. Okay, I will move in this direction. I will sum it up in this. I will move this direction. I will move in this direction. This will come to the same point from where I have started. Okay, so by summing all these distances, I will get the perimeter of my structure. So how it goes? This is 8 feet. This is 6.5. I will add it in 6.5. This is 12 feet. And this is 3 feet. Up to here it is fine, but we don't know this distance. How we will calculate this distance? By drawing the parallel lines. How we will draw? We will draw a parallel lines. Parallel line. If this is 8, this will also be 8, but the whole is 12. So what is the remaining one? 12 minus 8, which is 4 feet. Okay, so we will add 4 feet in this distance. Now coming to this part, we don't know this dimension also, so we will again do the same thing. We will draw the parallel line. How it will go? It will go like this. This is 3 feet. This is totally 6.5. So we will subtract 6.5 minus 3, and we will get this result, which is 3.5. Okay. So we will add 3.5 in the in order to calculate the total perimeter of the structure. So total perimeters comes out to be 37 feet for this border. Okay. So in this manner, we can calculate the area and perimeter of this structure. I have already told you how to calculate the area. Firstly, you have to break it in small figures. Suppose you will do a line here, here. Now you have three rectangles, this rectangle, this, and this. By calculating the area of these individual rectangles and summing it up, you will get area of your whole figure. And in order to calculate the perimeter, you know each and every dimension. We will start from here, move along this direction, move along this figure, and comes to the same point from where you have started. And by summing these 3, 4, 8, this distance will be 4.5 because this is 4.5. So this will also be 4.5. In order to calculate this distance, you have to do the same thing which you have done in the earlier example. If this is 3, this is 3, then up to here, up to this point, it will be 6 feet, and total is 8 yard. So you will get 2. Here to here, you will get 2 yards. Okay, this will be again 2 feet, 2 yards, because this is 2 yards, so this will also be 2 yards. This you will know, so you can sum it up and get the perimeter. Okay, so area will be coming out to be 30 square. Area will be coming out to be 30 square, and perimeter is 29 yard. Okay, if you will do the same thing which you have done in the earlier examples. Now coming to the more examples, find the area and perimeter of this composite structure. In order to calculate the area, you have one half circle here. You have one half circle here. One half circle is this. If you will join these half circles, this will be a complete circle. And you know the area of a circle? Yes, this is pi r square. You know the diameter? By diameter by 2, 6 by 2, you will get, this is the radius of this half circle, and this is a simple rectangle. You can calculate area of this. So by summing these three areas, you will get area of this composite figure. And in order to calculate the perimeter, you will start from here. You know the perimeter of half circle because I have told you in the earlier example. This distance is given 10 feet. If this is 10 feet, then this will be also 10 feet. Okay, and this will, you will calculate by simply pi r. From where you will get the pi r? Because the for complete circle, this perimeter is 2 pi r, but this is half circle, you will divide it by 2, so you will get pi r. So you will calculate the perimeter and radius as you have done in the earlier examples. What is the value? Area will be 88.26 feet square and perimeter will be 38.84 feet square. One thing you have to keep in your mind while calculating these areas and perimeter, area will be always in square units. Area will always be in squares, unit square, because you will multiply 2 dimensions, while the perimeter will be having single dimension, means single unit, because you are just summing up. Okay, and one more thing, if this is feet and this is suppose centimeter, then you have to convert either this feet to centimeter or this centimeter to feet. Both the units should be same, means whatever your dimensions are, all the dimensions should be in the same unit. If this is different, then make a conversion, otherwise you will get the wrong result. All the dimensions should be in the same unit. Okay, suppose you have to find the area and perimeter of this figure. How you will calculate? Think over it. Okay, this is clearly visible there. This is a rectangle. This is 18 and this is 14. You will calculate 18 into 14, the area of the whole structure. But your structure is, you don't need to calculate the area of whole structure. Your area of interest is this. So you will subtract the area of this half circle. Of this half circle. What is the area of this half circle? Area of full circle is pi r square. and for half circle it will be by 2. So by using this formula, by subtracting this area of this half circle, you will get your result. Area will be 212.75 kilometer square, and perimeter is 69.7 kilometer square. Here all the units are given in kilometer. Okay, if something is in meter, then you have to convert it either meter to kilometer or kilometer to meter. Means unit should be same. Suppose you have to calculate the area and perimeter of this figure. This is a rectangle, simple rectangle you can see. So area will be 7.5 multiplied by 3. Okay, you will get area of this rectangle. In order to calculate the area of this triangle, 1 by 2 into base is 13 into height is 12.5. So you will get area of this and area of this. By summing it up, you will get area of the whole figure. In order to calculate the perimeter, you will start from here. You will move along this, and you know in each and every dimension. So you can just sum it up and you will get the perimeter of the structure. Okay. Your area will be 99.7 meters square and perimeter is 36 meter. As I have told you that area will be always in square, so meter is square, and perimeter will be always in single unit, it is meter. Okay. Now suppose you have to calculate area and perimeter of this this arrow, then how it will go? You have to do the same thing. You have to break your figure in such a manner that for each individual blocks you know the area. Otherwise, as a composite, you don't calculate the area directly by any rule. So if you will draw a line here, this is simply a rectangle. For rectangle, you know the formula. If you will draw a line here, then this is one triangle and this is another. You know the area of a triangle. Then by calculating the area of a triangle and area of a rectangle, by summing it up, you will get the area of the whole figure. Okay. What is the area of this? Area will be 90 feet square. This is a rectangle. These are two triangles. For triangle, you know the formula. For rectangle, you know the formula. So by just putting the value, you will get 90 feet square. Similarly, if you have to find the area of this shaded portion, not the middle one, only the shaded portion. So what you will do, you know the area of this triangle, 1 by 2 base into height. Base is given as 80 mm and height is given as 60 mm. Okay. So you can calculate the area of this triangle, and you can calculate the area of this circle. And by subtracting the area of this circle from this triangle, you will get area of your shaded portion, because this is your area of interest for which you have to calculate the area. This portion. So you have to calculate the area of this circle. This is simply pi r square, and you will subtract this area from the area of your rectangle, and you will eventually get your result. Means area of your area of interest. So area will be 437.5 millimeter square. All the units are given in millimeter. In the next classes, we will study volumes of cubes and cuboids. So this is a very interesting topic. Till now, we have touched only 2D parts. All the dimensions which we have discussed are two-dimensional, but these are three-dimensional. So volumes also come into picture. How we will calculate the volumes of cube and cuboid, we will discuss in the coming classes. Thank you. Thank you very much.